Digital imaging here at the Miami Ad School is a very comprehensive program. What we do is we get the students familiar with using a DSLR. Then they can take those pictures and bring them into Photoshop and actually work on their own pictures. We go from square one. We pretend they have never seen Photoshop before in their lives. This is going to be really important today because we're going to move on from masking and we're going to move into vector. And if you have your tools arranged like this, it's going to show you the 4 vector tools that we're going to be using today. So one assignment that I always give them is to create a new animal out of a few different shots of different animals. It's horrifying, but it's actually a really fun class. Another assignment that they do is using masking to place numerous versions of themselves in one scene. And we actually try to even take it to a level above the visual so that that piece has a concept behind it. Another assignment that they do is to do a promotion for an event like Art Basel. They have to come up with a concept. They need to shoot it, and then they need to produce all of the final materials using Photoshop. And those materials are a poster, an ad, and a website layout. And it's a very nice, comprehensive, juicy project. It gives them a real experience of how it would be working on something like that in real life. And by the end of the class, the students really have a very good working knowledge of both Photoshop and their digital SLR. The first homework is to complete your masking project that you started. You took all the pictures, and now we're going to review it in class. For your homework, it's to complete it and post it on the blog. I came to the Photoshop world in the 90s as a product of the photography industry here on Miami Beach, and I assisted fashion photographers. It gives me a really good foundation in teaching it, and I know what the program can do, and also when I have to tell my students, look, just reshoot it. I think that photographic background has given me a strong conviction about the eye of the photographer and the raw materials. It doesn't really matter how good you are at Photoshop if what you're starting out with is a bad idea or a bad shot. The idea that Photoshop is some magic digital fairy that's going to come to you and fix all your pictures and make everything look spectacular, that's not true if you don't have either the eye or the idea that goes behind it.